In today's meet, we derive equation of stationary wave. For this, we will use analytical method. Analytical means what? Methodology using algebra and calculus. In last lecture, we already discussed concept of stationary wave, nature of stationary waves. In nature, when these waves are formed, we get formation of nodes and antinodes alternately in the given medium. Region between two successive nodes is called loop. The entire medium gets divided into integral number of loops. All loops have equal length. The length of one loop is lambda by 2. So this is its nature. So we last time discussed concept of stationary waves, conditions required for formation of stationary waves, nature of stationary waves, also its types, transverse stationary waves as well as longitudinal type stationary waves. We discuss this content theoretically, logically. Today, in today's lecture, we will prove this happens when stationary waves are formed in the given medium of propagation. So we will derive equation of stationary waves using analytical method. For simplicity, we assume the formation of transverse types of stationary waves. So we consider two simple harmonic progressive waves. Transverse types means if the waves are along x direction, one is towards positive x and other identical should be towards negative x. Their line of action should be same. So if you assume that to be transverse types, the displacement of a particles will be along y-axis. So positions will be along x-axis and displacement of the particles will be along y-axis. So for convenience, while studying analytically the formation of stationary waves, we express its equation in terms of y, assuming the particles of the medium are along x direction. So when waves propagate along x, the particles are set in motion along y direction. ये हम लोग assume करेंगे. So let us move further to study analytically the formation of stationary waves. I am focusing now the camera on my notebook. So don't leave, please wait. Setting takes a little time, so don't move. So let us consider the waves. I will zoom it. Wait. So two waves of simple harmonic progressive type having same amplitude. Suppose amplitude of both is A. Having same wavelength, let wavelength of waves be lambda. Having same periodic time means having same frequencies. Let periodic time be capital T. Moving along positive and negative directions will assume about x-axis. So we will consider two simple harmonic progressive waves identical having same amplitude A, having same wavelength lambda, having same periodic time n, that is having same frequencies n, along x-axis, one moving positive and one moving in negative direction. These two SHPWs are represented using equation of simple harmonic motion. So we can write y1. So simple harmonic progressive wave can be expressed in various forms. Simplest form of SHPW is A sine in bracket omega t minus kx, where k is 2 pi upon lambda. The same we can write as A sine 2 pi nt minus x upon lambda. This is wave propagating in positive direction of x-axis. The second wave interfering with this first wave, moving along x-axis only but in its negative direction, we can represent by equation y2. Identical, so A will remain as it is, sine 2 pi nt now moves in negative direction. So this minus sign will become plus x by lambda. This is equation of second simple harmonic progressive wave moving in negative direction of same axis. So according to superposition principle, when they superimpose, resultant displacement produced is vector sum of individual displacements. So equation of resultant motion, and we are considering resultant motion to be a stationary wave. So equation of resultant motion, that is stationary wave, is thus y will be vector sum of amplitudes of individual waves, individual displacements. So y is equal to y1 plus y2. I am dealing with point 6.5.2 on page 138. जो मैंने आज चालू किया है, it is on page 138, point number 6.5.2. We are proceeding with formation of stationary waves. So when these two waves interfere, resultant displacement can be found using principle of superposition. So addition of these two, we can write A sine 2 pi nt minus x upon lambda plus A sine 2 pi nt plus x upon lambda. So this bracket is C. Let this bracket be D. हम लोग ऐसे एज्यूम करते हैं. So this is C है और this is D है. So A is common. So we can use formula sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 times sin C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. ये लोग हम लोग एज्यूम करेंगे. So 2 pi nt minus x by lambda is C. 2 pi in bracket nt plus x by lambda is D. A is common. So when you write, you take A common. This 2 will remain as it is. So 2A sin C plus D, ये 2 pi कॉमन है, वो भी हम लोग कॉमन लिख सकते हैं. कॉमन nt plus nt, so that will be 2nt minus x by lambda plus x by lambda will get cancelled. So 2nt upon this 2, so left only will be nt into cos C minus D. So this is plus, this is minus. So this minus plus will get cancelled. 2 pi we will keep constant as it is. This is minus x by 2. This plus minus will become minus. So minus 2 times x by lambda upon this 2. So 2 will get cancelled. Left will be minus x upon lambda. So you know cos of minus theta is cos theta. You know this identity. So we can rewrite it, and we will write y is equal to 2a cos 2 pi x upon lambda. This term I will write first. Cos of minus theta, you know only cos theta. And the other term will be sine 2 pi nt. If we substitute this bracket to be equal to capital R, then equation of resultant motion we can write y is equal to R sine 2 pi nt. So this is the equation of resultant motion, where R is amplitude of resultant motion and n is the frequency. So frequency of resultant motion is same as frequency of individual waves. Frequency of resultant motion does not change. बट एम्पलीट्यूड इज द फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स. एक्स के ऊपर हम लोगों ने क्या किया था, डिस्प्लेसमेंट ली थी ना, पार्टिकल्स. इफ द वेव्स मूव अलोंग एक्स डायरेक्शन, so x gives position of particles. So if x changes, amplitude of resultant motion changes. It is the function of x. So different particles during their motion vibrate with different amplitudes. At position x1 if particle A is present, at position x2 if particle B is present, each and every particle at different distances will have different values of R. Particle A at distance x1 will vibrate with amplitude R1. Particle B at distance x2 will vibrate with amplitude R2. So these particles vibrate with different amplitudes when stationary waves are formed. एम्पलीट्यूड इज द फंक्शन ऑफ स्पेस. स्पेस बोलते हैं उसको, टाइम नहीं बोलते हैं. एंड एट डिफरेंट even particles vibrate with different amplitudes. Amplitude at given particle does not change with respect to time, because in sine function we get only the term of time. There is absence of term of x. तो साइन में x absent है. So the stationary waves does not is the function of space and time. दोनों का ये स्टैंडिंग वेव जो है वो फंक्शन नहीं है. इट इज नॉट पीरियोडिक इन स्पेस एंड टाइम, while SHPW is periodic in space as well as in time, because equation of simple harmonic progressive wave is y is equal to, जनरल फॉर्म में ले लेती हूँ, a sin ओमेगा टी माइनस के एक्स. इसमें के एक्स भी है और इसमें टी भी है, तो ये दोनों में डिफरेंस है. Standing wave or stationary wave is the function of space only, not the function of time. It is function of time only, not the function of x. स्पेस में x नहीं है तो इसीलिए वो अपनी फंक्शन नहीं है. ये आप लोगों को ध्यान रखना है. So this is about stationary wave. So this is its equation. So what is general expression of stationary wave? You can select this one. This is better because in this equation both separate terms of cos in terms of x, sin in terms of t appear. तो ये दोनों टर्म्स appear होते हैं, इसलिए ये इसका जनरल फॉर्म सिलेक्ट किया जाता है. एक्चुअली दिस इज द सेम, but generally standing waves are expressed in the form of general expression 2a cos 2 pi x upon lambda sin 2 pi nt. ये फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन है. Sometimes they write what they write is equal to 2a cos kx sin omega t. 2 pi n is omega and 2 pi upon lambda is x. So ये लर्न करने के लिए ज्यादा अच्छा है. 2a cos kx sin omega t. ये लंबा लंबा पड़ता है, तो इस टाइप में भी हम लोग एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं. So what happens? Different particles at different position vibrate with different amplitudes, but amplitude of given particle throughout the motion does not change. ये जो particle A का x1 position में है ना, even as time passes, amplitude of vibration of particle A will be R1. Amplitude of vibration of particle B will be R2. And all these particles start motion simultaneously. ये बात आप लोगों को ध्यान रखनी है. सिंपल हार्मोनिक प्रोग्रेसिव वेव में क्या होता है? डिस्टर्बेंस रीचेस एट डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स ऑफ द मीडियम एट डिफरेंट टाइम इंस्टेंस. ये जो टाइम इंस्टेंस है ना, अगले अलग अलग है. डिफरेंट पार्टिकल पी के ऊपर जब ये आ जाता है तभी पार्टिकल एट क्यू इज स्टिल एट रेस्ट. सो दिस disturbance reaches different particles of the medium at different time instants. So all particles do not start their motion at the same time. ये stationary wave में ऐसा नहीं होता है. All particles start their motion at the same time. All particles when are at rest, all should be at rest. ये क्या होता है? All these particles remain in phase. ये आप लोगों को समझ लेना है. So we will proceed further with this general expression. So standing waves are expressed using general equation, and that equation is 6.12 in the textbook. टेक्स्टबुक देखो, टेक्स्टबुक में 6.12 वाला जो इक्वेशन है ना, वही मैं अभी बोल रही हूँ. 2a cos 2 pi x by lambda sin 2 pi nt. Or we can also express r sin, instead of r they have chosen a. So y is equal to a sin 2 pi nt. This is equation of resultant displacement. And in sine term there is no term of x. So absence of term x implies that stationary waves produced are not propagating. Their velocity is zero. They get localized in the region of the medium where they are formed. They do not carry energy along with. They remain standstill in the same given region of the medium. Energy transport वो नहीं करते हैं. So these are called, इसीलिए उनको standing wave ऐसा ही बोलते हैं. So questions are asked generally, derive expression for stationary wave, or discuss formation of stationary waves analytically, or show that nodes and antinodes are equally spaced. So using this general expression, let us move further. Y is equal to 2a cos 2 pi x upon lambda sin 2 pi nt. ये general expression हो गया. So when x is equal to 0 or x is equal to any position, so you know when this term will be 90, cos 90 will be 0. If this term is 270, cos 270 is 0. So this entire amplitude will be 0. So at certain x, at some positions, the amplitude is 0, and that positions are called nodes. If the entire term is 0, cos 0 is 1. If the entire term is 180, cos 180 is minus 1. means maximum only in opposite direction. So this R will be maximum at certain positions. R will be minimum at certain positions. That is 0 only. So at certain positions, amplitude of vibration always remains permanently 0. Even time passes, particle at that points nodes do not have vibrations. They always are at rest. So you can derive conditions where nodes are formed, and we can derive conditions where antinodes are formed. So nodes are the points when maximum or displacement resultant amplitude is 0. In book they have mentioned it as A. Antinodes are points where A is maximum, that is plus और -1 cos +1 होता है, नहीं तो -1 होता है. So when amplitude becomes ±2a, at that positions nodes will get formed. When amplitude becomes 0 at that positions, for that values of x, we get formation of nodes. So let us derive condition for nodes. तो क्या होना चाहिए? 2a तो 0 नहीं हो सकता है. Cos of 2 pi x upon lambda when becomes 0, this cos 0 will be 1. So nodes will be formed when this r becomes 0. And first condition for it, the angle, this angle should become 0. So this angle 2 pi x upon lambda, for what values of this cos is 0? Cos pi is -1. Cos 90 is 0. So this bracket should be pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, etc. Then only this entire term will become 0. So we have to find value of x, for which this entire terms will become pi by 2. First case लेते हैं. So this pi will get cancelled. So x will be then lambda ऊपर जाएगा, ये 2 नीचे आएगा, so lambda by 4. Then here 1 है, here 3 है, here 5 है. So multiply this by 3, multiply this by 5. So you will get positions of next successive nodes. So at these positions, the particles will be always at rest and nodes will be formed. Distance between any two successive nodes will be 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. 3 lambda minus lambda will be 2 lambda by 4. That will be lambda by 2. 5 minus 3 by, that is 2 lambda by 4 again will become lambda by 2. So distance between any two successive nodes is always lambda by 2. And between, similarly we can find condition for antinode. Antinode कभी होता है जब भी ये r a मैक्सिमम होता है, यानी कि +1 -1. So why a should be +2a or -2a. To have cos either +1 -1, this term should be 0. 2 pi x upon lambda. If is 0, if is pi, if is 2 pi, then cos of this will be maximum. Alternately +1 -1, +1 -1. So for that, let us consider first condition. So find the value of x. For that, this term will have value 0. So 2 pi 0 नहीं हो सकता है, lambda 0 नहीं हो सकता है. Only if x is equal to 0, the entire term will have 0 value. The other condition क्या होती है x की? अभी pi आना चाहिए, तो pi pi cancel हुआ. So x should be then lambda by 2. अगर मैं x की वैल्यू lambda by 2 डालती तो left remaining only will be pi. So this should be then lambda by 2. Then next will be लैम्बडा, मल्टीपल है ना 2, देन विल बी 3 लैम्बडा बाय 2. ये लैम्बडा बाय 2 को आप लोगों को मल्टीप्लाई करके आगे आगे जाना है. सो दिस इज 2 लैम्बडा बाय 2, सो इट इज लैम्बडा. नेक्स्ट विल बी 4 लैम्बडा बाय 2, दैट विल बी 2 लैम्बडा एंड सो ऑन. So if you find distance between two successive antinodes, lambda by 2 minus 0, lambda by 2. Lambda minus lambda by 2 again will be lambda by 2. 3 lambda by 2 minus 2 lambda by 2, that will be 1 lambda upon 2, again will be lambda by 2. So distance between two successive antinodes is also lambda by 2. So this is condition 1, this is condition B. So since distance between two successive nodes is same as distance between two successive antinodes, we can say nodes and antinodes are alternately placed. ये इसका प्रूफ लगा. मैंने बोला था ना क्वेश्चंस पूछ जाते हैं. डिराइव एक्सप्रेशन फॉर स्टेशनरी वेव और ऑब्टेन एक्सप्रेशन फॉर स्टेशनरी वेव. डिस्कस फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्टेशनरी वेव एनालिटिकली. ऑल्सो द सेम इज आस्क्ड. शो दैट नोड्स एंड एंटीनोड्स आर इक्वली स्पेस्ड. ये प्रूफ आप लोगों को देना पड़ेगा. शॉर्ट बिट में कौन सा आएगा? स्टेट कंडीशंस फॉर नोड्स एंड एंटीनोड्स इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्टेशनरी वेव्स. For nodes, the position will be lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4, 5 lambda by 4, etc. The same we can write in general 2n minus 1 lambda by 4, where n should be 1, 2 and all. This will be n lambda by 2, where n dash is 1, 2 and all. ये जनरल एक्सप्रेशन के हिसाब से भी हम लोग लिख पाते हैं. So you remember this well. So these are the questions generally asked in exam while formation of stationary waves. इसके ऊपर ये questions आ जाते हैं. So we have covered the topic 6.5.2 today. We will move further on page 140 covering the point 6.5.4. मैंने जो अभी किया है ना क्वेश्चन वो 6.5.2 था. अभी वी आर मूविंग फर्दर ऑन पेज 140 ऑन विथ आर्टिकल 6.5.4. तो कंपैरिजन बिटवीन प्रोग्रेसिव वेव एंड स्टेशनरी वेव. सो प्रोग्रेसिव यानी कि सिंपल हार्मोनिक प्रोग्रेसिव वेव और दूसरा है स्टैंडिंग वेव्स. उसको स्टैंडिंग वेव्स भी बोला जाता है. तो स्टैंडिंग वेव्स और इसमें डिस्टिंग्विशिंग क्या है? डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन प्रोग्रेसिव यानी कि आगे आगे बढ़ती है. absence of term x, it is localized. It does not move either in forward direction, in backward direction. Since travels along given line, it carries energy. It does not carry energy. So ये तो फॉर्म है ना. For simple harmonic progressive wave, equation is A sin omega t minus kx. And for standing waves, it is 2a cos 2 pi x upon lambda sin 2 pi nt. तो ये साइन टर्म में दोनों भी है, टाइम भी है और एक्स भी है, लेकिन ये साइन टर्म में खाली टाइम है. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन. सो absence of x term localized. It propagates in given direction since in motion carries energy. अभी ये क्या होता है? When it propagates, different particles are set in motion at different instants. But standing wave जब भी तैयार होती है ना, all these particles start motion simultaneously. All these particles are in phase in one loop. They cross the mean position twice in one complete oscillation. ये सब पॉइंट्स डिस्टिंग्विशिंग वाले हम लोग ले सकते हैं. सो पार्टिकल्स इन वन लूप ऑलवेज आर इन फेज. पार्टिकल्स इन एडजेसेंट लूप्स एग्जैक्टली अप, यानी कि क्या ऑल रेस्ट में है. इफ वन पार्टिकल मूव्स अप, द पार्टिकल इन इट्स एडजेसेंट लूप शुड मूव डाउन. Suppose this particle has amplitude r. This particle will also have some amplitude r after distance lambda by 2. This 2 will be phase, but opposite phase. These particles all when start motion will move in upward direction and all these particles will move in downward direction. But mean position of all particles in different loops appear at the same instant. So they are always in phase, and in one oscillation, up down, they cross this mean position twice, two times. Here only one time, इसमें one time ही होता है, इसमें two time होता है. So these are few distinguishing points. I will give you the note between these distinguishing. I will launch it and you have to copy down it. Based on this, few numerics are generally asked. I have written the numerics. I will write. The equation is given. Certain equation given है. Then node occurs from origin. Node कभी आता है. The equation of standing waves is given to you and they have asked you the position of first node. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. So you know antinode is formed at 0. So if waves x is equal to 0, ये टाइम है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस पोजिशंस है. और एक बार जो तैयार होता है तो एंटीनोड पहला कहाँ मिलता है, x इज इक्वल टू 0. सो हियर और पहला नोड कहाँ फॉर्म होता है, एट डिस्टेंस लैम्बडा बाय 4. ये हम लोगों ने निकाला है ना. तो ये इक्वेशन है 2 pi x upon lambda sin 2 pi nt. If you compare it, you will get lambda is equal to 50 and it is expressed in centimeter. So node will be at lambda by 4, that is 50 by 4, that is at position 12.5 semi. तो ये जो है ना, ये 12.5 सेंटीमीटर पे नोड तैयार होगा. ये वेव कहाँ खत्म होगी, इधर. दिस विल बी इट्स लैम्बडा एंड वेव स्टार्ट्स विथ एंटी नोड एट x इज इक्वल टू 0. ये हम लोगों ने कंडीशन निकाली है. सो सेकंड एंटी नोड कहाँ पे तैयार होगा, लैम्बडा बाय 2, यानी कि हाफ द वेवलेंथ. So at this position, the distance will be 25 centimeter. This distance total will be 50 centimeter. So ऐसे questions पूछे जाते हैं. लैम्बडा निकालो, फर्स्ट नोड कहाँ होता है, सेकंड नोड कहाँ आएगा, ऐसा भी पूछ सकते हैं. So what will be distance between two nodes is lambda by 2. So we have to add lambda by 2 here. So 50 upon 2, that is 25. So 25 plus 12 will be 37.5 centimeter. So second node will be formed at 37.5 centimeter from the origin. ऐसे कौन से भी नोड की पोजीशन आप लोग फाइंड कर सकते हैं. यू हैव टू कंपेयर द गिवन इक्वेशन विथ द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म एंड वी हैव टू फाइंड वैल्यूज ऑफ लैम्बडा, फ्रीक्वेंसी n, amplitude here 2a. So a will be half. क्या होता है देखो, लास्ट में क्या होता है, 2a cos this and this. So 2a की वैल्यू here 1 है. So a will be 1 upon 2, that is 0.5. So amplitude of individual wave is 0.5 centimeter. ऐसे भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. The other one, stationary wave is formed by superposition of wave of length 2m. Wavelength 2m है with its reflected. If first node is situated at 3 meter, the next node will be at. ऐसा पूछा है. वेवलेंथ दी हुई है and wavelength of initial original and wavelength of final. ये जो फाइनल वेव तैयार होती है ना, स्टैंडिंग वेव, वेवलेंथ ऑफ स्टैंडिंग वेव इज सेम एज वेवलेंथ ऑफ वेव्स इंडिविजुअल. सो ये हम लोगों को ध्यान रखना है. सो दिस लैम्बडा इज 2 मीटर. सो लैम्बडा इज 2, so lambda by 2 will be 1 meter. So if first node is at 3, its successive next node will be 3 meter plus lambda by 2, that is 1 meter. So it will be at 4 meter from the origin. We will solve few more numerics in tomorrow's lecture. So be ready with pen, notebook, textbook to solve few more numerics in tomorrow's lecture. So I am stopping. I am winding the meet for all because time is up.